Okay, I want to read you something. Most of us have two lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two, you'll find resistance. Stephen Pressfield wrote that in his book, The War of Art. And at least for me, I would like to think of resistance as fear or a lack of self-confidence or uncertainty. Increasing your confidence, I believe, can help narrow the gap between those two lives, because if we look at resistance and confidence, one defeats the other. Think about that for a second. Okay, here's one more quote, and this one is from Oprah. Resistance is the most toxic force on the planet. It is the root of more unhappiness than poverty, disease, and erectile dysfunction. It stunts us and makes us less than who we are and were born to be. How many of us have become drunks and drug addicts, developed tumors and neuroses, and succumbed to painkillers and gossip and compulsive cell phone use simply because we don't do that thing that our heart, our inner genius, is calling us to do? Resistance defeats us. So when I read that, I knew I had to put it in a video at some point, and when I started writing the outline for this video, it fit perfectly. So perfectly, in fact, that I got a little emotional once I really started to think about what she said, because it's true. But instead of letting resistance take over and consume us, I'd rather take this opportunity to kick resistance straight in the teeth and work on self-confidence so that we can all live the lives we were meant to be living. So stay with me, and we'll cover several things you can do to increase your own self-confidence. Okay, first things first, no more negative self-talk. I've mentioned this before in a couple other videos, but use this as your guideline. If you wouldn't say it to your friends, you don't get to say it to yourself. You're such an idiot. I can't believe how stupid you are. How could you be so dumb? You're such a loser. Does that sound familiar? If so, I need you to knock it off right now, because if I was your friend and you said that shit to me, I'm no longer your friend. So then why do we say these things to ourselves? I mean, of course, we all get pissed and we all do it, but if you hear yourself beating yourself up like that on a regular basis, you're causing harm. You're in control of you, and if you continually call yourself stupid, pretty soon you might start to believe it. So the next time that happens, stop it. Okay, the next thing I want you to do is focus on what you're good at. I mean, we're all good at something, whether it's DIY projects or volunteering or mechanics or teaching or tutoring others or playing chess. We're all good at something, so start focusing on those things and do more of it. I mean, if you're better than most at something, you have a skill, and that skill is something to be very proud of. Even if you don't think it's a big deal or a significant skill, it's something you're good at, and nobody can ever take that away from you. And if you have to, tell yourself, I'm good at this. So one area of confidence that I do want to address is confidence in the bedroom, or lack thereof, can be a real killer on your performance. But today's sponsor, Blue Chew, can help you keep your mojo in the bedroom or help you get your mojo back. And if you're not familiar, Blue Chew is a unique service giving convenient, affordable, and chewable tablets that can help men have harder and longer lasting erections. They provide chewable tablets of tadalafil and sildenafil that are a lot easier to take than swallowing a pill. There's no embarrassing in-person visits to the doctor or the pharmacy, because everything is done online, and your request is processed by a real licensed medical provider. Then, the chewables are shipped right to your door. Now, each chewable tablet comes in its own individual packaging, and Blue Chew's service is a lot cheaper than regular Viagra or Cialis. I mean, not being able to perform the way that you know you can be a major hit to your confidence. But Blue Chew provides the erection solutions that you need so that you can just chew it and do it. Hit the link down below in the description and subscribe to Blue Chew today and take back your confidence in the bedroom. Okay, the next way to recover your confidence is to say yes to new opportunities. And I've talked about this before in other videos, and I've even shared some stories of my personal experiences when I made a conscious decision to just start saying yes more often. Now listen. Confident people are more open to trying new things. You never know who you might meet or what amazing experiences you might have when you're open to saying yes to more opportunities, because, as I'm sure you've all heard before, life begins on the other side of your comfort zone. The next thing I want you to do is to make a list of the achievements that you've already made. Write down all the things that you're proud of, all the things that you've done, awards that you've won or milestones that you've reached. And if you're in your 40s or beyond and still breathing, I know that you've lived and I know that you have achievements and I know that you've accomplished a few things. So just write them down. The more you sit with those thoughts and be proud and really recognize what you've already achieved, it'll help shift your mindset a little bit because achievements help fuel the fire of your own self-confidence. Next, I'd like you to set some goals. Now, these don't have to be big, fat, hairy, audacious goals, but start by setting a few goals that you can reach with some effort. I mean, setting a goal of checking the mailbox today won't quite cut it. The goal has to be within reach, but it should also take some effort to get there. For example, I reached a goal a few weeks ago with my YouTube analytics that I've been trying to reach for about 7 or 8 months. I finally reached it and it felt amazing. But instead of setting a new giant goal to like double those analytics, even though I actually have, my primary goal is to maintain that statistic for the next 3 months. Now, that's a smaller goal. It's within reach, it's doable, but it's something that I still need to work at, otherwise it won't happen. Reaching small goals like that feels good because I did it all by myself. And the better you feel about yourself for hitting a goal, the more confident you become. Next is to work on your health. This one's kind of a biggie for me because I used to be pretty fit, but over the last couple years, my weight has just been yo-yoing up and down a few times. So listen, if you don't do anything currently, commit to walks every day, or at least 4 or 5 times a week. Try to get as close to 10,000 steps per day as you can. I walk a few miles almost every morning, and it's something that I like to do for myself before I get into work mode. I'll just go zone out on Joe Rogan podcasts or audiobooks, and it's a way for me to just clear my head, think about my day, and get some of those creative juices flowing. And lastly, I want you to stop comparing yourself to other people, especially when it comes to social media. Don't believe everything you see, because what you are seeing are only the best moments that have been hand-selected or in a lot of cases, completely made up. I don't post on Instagram nearly as much as I should, and I apologize, but that's because I lead a pretty boring life. I mean, come on, I sit at my computer and work in my pajamas all day. I talk to a camera a few times a week, and I might go out for dinner and go to the wineries on the weekends, but other than that, it's a pretty regular existence. But I will say, because I'm in that lifestyle space with a lot of other very popular guys with big audiences, it's easy to get caught up in comparing myself with what they have or the cool things they get to go do or the places they get to go see. But at the end of the day, my friend, it doesn't matter because I'm right where I'm supposed to be on my path. I believe in myself and I believe in all of you. You're the reason I get up every day and work. You're the reason I make videos where I cry like a baby and bare my soul. You're the reason I keep going. And without all of you, I'm not sure where I'd be. And with that, my friends, live well, and I'll see you in the next one.